This program is brought to you by FASTSIGNS of Durango. More than fast, more than signs. FASTSIGNS.
As of Friday, the 416 fire has burned more than 7,000 acres and has forced the evacuation of more than 1,000 homes in the area, with another 1,500 homes on pre-evacuation alert. More than 670 federal firefighters are battling the blaze, and efforts to date have focused on building defensive lines around homes and businesses in the fire's path. But it won't be federal firefighters who respond if structures catch fire. It'll be the men and women of the Durango Fire Protection District.
The overall thought right now is that while this federal team is here managing this fire and they have tons of resources from all over the country that are here helping us, they've relieved us to sort of handle our normal call volume, handle all the emergencies for the people that live in our community, and be on standby so if the fire breaks out in an area where there are houses or structures, we can come running and help them. But we also have the ability to run our normal staffing and to keep all the rest of the community safe as well.
Doughty says Durango crews continue to respond to about 100 calls a week in a district that covers 325 square miles from La Plata County's border with New Mexico in the south and to the San Juan County line in the north. The district currently employs 54 career firefighters and medics with another 60 volunteers who staff rural stations. The district fleet includes 19 engines.
We wouldn't ever put all of those specifically out on the fire because then there's none to protect whatever happens next. So we're trying to bolster up some response strike teams that can go out. And so if the incident command group from up at Purgatory that's in charge of the fire says, hey, we have structures that are imminently threatened in this area, we can immediately staff 5, 6 engines, some water tenders, some brush trucks, and we will respond with a pretty massive force. I can tell you that I've also been on the phone this morning with the fire chief in Farmington, the fire chief in San Juan County, New Mexico, the fire chief in Cortez, all of our neighboring fire chiefs here in La Plata County, and they're all giving me reports on what they can send as well. So I think that if we get to the point where the fire actually does come down and we have houses that are threatened or are burning, what you're going to see is a massive force of local resources that are going to be responding and trying to deal with that problem.
Doughty urged the community to evacuate when ordered. Fire conditions are at the same dry levels that existed in 2002 when the Missionary Ridge fire broke out on June 9th. That fire took 39 days to contain, with spot fires continuing to smolder for another 3 months.
There's a 150-foot wall of flames coming at you in an area where you can't get water into, and your only weapon is a shovel and a rake. It's not a question of can we put it out, but we just have decided not to. This is not a fire that's going to easily go out. We will be dealing with this fire burning for quite some time, weeks, maybe even months, and I think our community needs to understand that and get their mind wrapped around that. I'm not trying to represent that as good news, but I want people to have a realistic expectation about how this is going to go.
According to the Incident Command report on Friday, burnout operations on the south flank of the fire were successful, with crews, engines, and air support working to protect structures. 9 helicopters are dumping water, with airplanes dumping retardant. The fire has crossed Hermosa Creek Trail to the west, but hand crews have constructed a fire line stretching from the campground to the road. More equipment and resources are expected to arrive when a Type 1 fire management team takes over on Saturday. High temperatures and low relative humidity will continue over the next several days. Doughty says the bottom line in fighting any fire is protecting lives. Forests will recover, buildings can be rebuilt, but lives cannot be replaced.
Evacuate when you're asked to. If you're on pre-evacuation, take that serious. Follow the guidance that we're giving you so that you can be ready to leave when it's time, and we can make sure that we don't have anybody get hurt by this fire.
For more information, visit Facebook/416Fire. For information about evacuation preparations, visit the San Juan Basin Public Health website at sjbpublichealth.org. Back to you, Wendy.